This is a heartwarming story about a cat named Momo and his unlikely friendship with a group of rabbits. Momo lived in a small house at the edge of the forest, a cherished pet of his owner, an elderly woman named Mrs. Hazel. Mrs. Hazel was known in the village for her kind heart and her small animal sanctuary, which attracted lost or abandoned creatures from the forest. One brisk winter morning, as the ground was covered in a blanket of fresh snow, Mrs. Hazel went out to feed the animals, a ritual she cherished. Momo, curious and adventurous, often followed her to explore the outdoors and keep company with all the different animals. While he was particularly fond of wandering on his own adventures, today something caught his eye. Nestled in the garden next to the large oak tree, Momo noticed a huddle of rabbits, their noses twitching, fur fluffed up against the biting cold. They were new to the sanctuary, having sought refuge overnight from an approaching snowstorm. Momo, never having encountered rabbits this closely, was intrigued by their soft, unassuming presence. He slowly approached them, his paws barely making a sound as he padded through the snow. The rabbits, wary at first, huddled closer as they sensed his approach. But Momo had a gentle soul. Understanding their fear, he stopped a little distance away, tilting his head to one side, as if trying to communicate that he meant no harm. One of the braver rabbits, a small but bold one named Pippin, took tentative hops towards Momo, encouraged by the cat's harmless stance. And so began a peculiar but delightful friendship. As days turned to weeks, Momo and the rabbits formed a bond that was both unexpected and delightful for Mrs. Hazel to observe. The sanctuary was a lively place, filled with the cheerful chatter of birds. Throughout the winter, Momo shared his roof, sometimes quite literally, with the rabbits. They concocted elaborate games in the snow, chasing one another, hiding behind snow-laden bushes, and at times, soaking in the quietude of the winter sun. Above all, they shared a bond characterized by mutual respect and acceptance. When spring finally arrived, the garden was a riot of color, with blossoms blooming and the air filled with the crisp scent of new beginnings. The other animals watched curiously as Momo continued to share his time with the rabbits in an alliance that defied nature's conventions but celebrated its essence, compassion and understanding. The story of Momo, the sweet cat, and his rabbit friends passed on beyond Mrs. Hazel's garden, as visitors witnessed this remarkable friendship. It served as a beautiful reminder that trust and bonds can transcend traditional boundaries. In the end, this unsuspecting friendship stood as a testament to the wonders of the animal kingdom. The unyielding kindness that Mrs. Hazel fostered in her haven of peace.